happy Wednesday. Today I'm going to be doing my top 11 books, I think. I think I got 11. I was going for 10, but then I saw another one on a bookshelf, and I was like, no, that's gonna be a part! And then I couldn't eliminate one of them, so hopefully this goes well. I don't know, I figured it was just something I would try. Y'all all know that I really like reading, and I never get to really do it enough because of school and work, but during the summer, I'm so excited to start reading again because I'm gonna have so much free time on my hands, and it's just gonna be wonderful. So, let's get started. First of all, I am obviously going to say The Fault in Our Stars. This book is so beautifully heartbreaking. I have read it about 5 times now. I adore it. I love it just with all of my heart. Every time I read it, I feel the same emotions as the first time, and I don't know if that happens to you, if you'll read a book and you'll feel really strongly about it, and then the second time you read it, you're like, But it's not like that with this book. This book is like excellent every single time I read it, and it's just glorious and wonderful, and I love it. It obviously has the signature on it from John Green, and obviously because I met Ian at this, it's gotta be my favorite. Like, this has gotta have #1. Second, another one by John Green, Looking for Alaska. This book is also gloriously heartbreaking. It's wonderful, and I love it. Like, I don't have any words to describe some of these books because I just love them so much, and I have such a passion for them, I guess. It's just like, this book holds a piece of my heart. Third, I am going to include all of these books together because they are a series. It's the Aragon, Eldest, Brissinger, and Inheritance series. I actually do not own Inheritance because it is running a good $40 at Barnes & Noble, and honestly, I just don't want to shell out $40 for a book that I've already read, even though I absolutely love this series. I obviously will be getting it at some point in my lifetime because I really do love the series, but right now, I'm not just about to shell out $40. And I haven't actually met anybody who's read the series who can talk about it with me, so it's like all of my joy that I feel towards it is kind of just like bottled up on the inside, and it's just like I just want to like explode my Aragon love on everyone. #4 is another John Green. As you can tell, John Green kind of has a special place in my heart. This is Paper Towns, and I absolutely adore it. I've only actually read this one twice, but I love it all the same. It's a really good kind of like a love story without being a love story. Like, I really enjoy like the twist that John Green puts on like the typical teenage romance, and honestly this book kind of just fills my heart with joy. Fifth is Skinny by E.B. Castlick, and this is not really a book that I recommend to people because it's one of those books that you read it and you love it because it's personal to you and you can relate to it and you understand it, and so it's one of those, like, if you share it with someone else, they might like it because it would be like a good writing style or a good plot or something, but they really wouldn't understand it, and it's kind of one of those things that it's so special and so rare and so yours that sharing it would feel like a betrayal. John Green quote, what? Sixth is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I honestly did not like the last 2 as much as I liked the first one because I adore the first one, and the last 2 are like, they're good, but it's just like, oh no, Suzanne, stop that. But I really like The Hunger Games. I have read it 4 times, I believe, and I have loved it every single time. I just think it's really interesting, it's really fascinating, and I enjoy the entire whole post-apocalyptic thingamajig. #7 is Just Listen by Sarah Dessen. I really, really like this book because of the ending. Like, the middle and the beginning are decent, but the ending just is really good to me. The only thing is Sarah Dessen, I have read all of her books, and Sarah Dessen is a very repetitive writer. Like, all of her writing sounds the exact same, and all of her stories have like one of 3 different plots in which something will happen, and it's kind of annoying after a while because they're very predictable. But if you read just this book without reading the other ones, it's beautiful. But if you read this book and then read the other ones, you're like, the specialness of it is kind of dulled a lot. #8 is The Color Purple by Alice Walker. I had to read this last year for Beta Convention, and it honestly broke my heart. This isn't a light read or an easy read necessarily, and it's not a youth novel. It is a very adult novel. I don't even have words to describe this book because it is so sad. The Force of Hands and Teeth, I don't remember who it's by, but I know that is the title. I don't have it because I don't own it, but that's the most sad book I've ever read in my entire life. It is just heartbreaking. Oh my gosh, I have never cried so much for a book in my entire life. Literally, spoiler alert, everyone dies except for one person. All of the main characters die. All of him! It's a horrible thing. Number 9 is The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison, and like The Color Purple by Alice Walker, it also is a very sad book, and it does deal with the psychology of the mind like The Color Purple, which is one of the reasons I think I like it, because I just find it really fascinating. But in the end, the little girl in the story, I don't know if you're going to read it. If you are, maybe like fast forward like 40 seconds, 30 seconds, I don't know. But the little girl in the end does end up getting raped by her father, and all she wants is to have blue eyes like the little white girls, because she is an African American, and all she wants is to have blue eyes because she sees that as a sign of beauty. And she obviously can't have blue eyes because this wasn't in the time of color contacts or anything, and she gets raped and she ends up going crazy, and she ends up at the end of the street, and nobody will talk to her, nobody has anything to deal with her because she's gone insane, she's lost her mind, and she imagines that she has blue eyes now, and she just goes around talking to herself, thinking that she's talking to someone else when really she has her normal brown eyes, and she has no friends really, and it's utterly saddening. It's one of those things where the author sets it up where you emphasize so deeply with the character that when something happens to them, you feel personally offended. And this is one of those books, like, I got so attached to the little girl in this book that when her dad raped her and when she lost her mind, I felt so personally offended and angry that this fictional character would do something like this to another fictional character. And I know y'all are all readers, so y'all will understand that not many books can make you feel like that, and this is definitely one of those books. Number 10, and actually this should be higher up, but it was just kind of low in the stack, is Graceling by Kristen Cashore, and I'm not going to say anything about this book because I'm going to get Cass a copy, and I'm going to make her read it because it is beautiful, and it's wonderful, and I love it. I actually have made my English teacher read this, and she liked it too, and she's super picky about books, but I was like, Mrs. Salvo, read this, please, and she really liked it. It's just, I want to tell you about it so bad, but I'm not going to. It's just so good. I really, really like it. Last, and certainly not least, are the Harry Potter books, which I'm about to put down because they're pretty heavy. I know you have all read the Harry Potter books, so I'm not going to tell you anything about them. Harry Potter is kind of responsible for a lot of the good things in my life. It started me reading really big, and it was one of those, like, Twilight was actually, like, my gateway book to get me into reading, but then it's like, once I found Harry Potter, I discovered what good literature was, and I was just like, yes, I love books, and so now I just have, like, hundreds. I don't know. Actually, Harry Potter is what started these little vlog things. I remember I sent Adria a video because I didn't want to type out the explanation on what I wanted for the rave premiere. I wanted to just send you a video. I think I actually have that video still on YouTube. And Cass, I know I sent you that video and it's got like a little thingy of my bookshelf. I forgot about this one. I actually have like a shelf for books. It's not really a bookshelf, but it is some books that wouldn't fit on either three of my bookshelves, so I don't know, that's there too. I hope you three are having a very nice Wednesday. I know Cass, I will see you on Saturday in person, and Adrian Taylor, I will see you via video, hopefully next Tuesday or Wednesday. I love you and I hope you have a great rest of the week. I will talk to you later, loves.